What a day. Amazing weather here, the Delta Rock Crawl. I say amazing, it's intense. It's crazy weather, that's what it is.
It's an amazing opportunity for spectators to come out for free and be able to see people in Jeeps and Samurais and buggies and Toyotas just doing insane stuff that most people don't realize that the vehicles are capable of doing.
Please make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. We are growing our social media presence to include a lot more than we can fit in a single half-hour TV program. The Delta Classic Rock Crawl is not an in-your-face experience. It's an all-around-you kind of experience. You'll be walking from one place to another and all of a sudden there's a crazy off-road buggy driving right next to you. It's going slowly, but it's inches away. No one panics. Everyone understands that we're all here for the same experience. Watching these drivers navigate these obstacles was like watching artists at work. I was particularly impressed with the spotters. They are scrambling over the rocks, telling these drivers which way to turn, what gear to be in, going forwards or backwards, and they have to give them directions that are specific to the front wheels and the back wheels because they can turn independently.
Turn the front, driver. I'm always both.
Oh, yeah. And usually when I tell him to hit the gas, I get out of the way. Yeah. You know. So
Like, how do you know you're not going?
You don't. Not really. I mean, you try to go off instinct, but when you hear that V8 rev up wide open and mud starts flying, you just kind of get out of the way. Yeah. Yeah.
It was incredible. These vehicles are tuned to perfection and are doing things that I couldn't even imagine a vehicle with four wheels accomplishing. Each obstacle has a time limit of 10 minutes. If they don't finish it in that amount of time, they get a penalty. If they hit the cones, they get a penalty. If they get stuck or roll over, enter the crane of shame. You get the feeling that there's no real shame involved. Everybody was really supportive, and there were a few jokesters here and there calling out the drivers, but it was all in good fun. One of the crazy parts of this competition is that there's no age limit on the drivers.
We don't really even have one, like an age requirement for drivers. I don't think it's in our rule book anywhere, so that's basically going to be like a call for us to make. Like Ryan's daughter, who's 13, is competing, and she's doing an amazing job. We actually have an 11-year-old that's competing. But he lives down in Sand Hollow, his family's always out wheeling, and it's really more a judgment call for us to decide if that kid, because they're kids, is responsible enough and mature enough to be able to handle the stresses of this. So, and everyone we've had do it so far that's been a kid has had a blast. So it's been great.
Brooklyn here is 13 years old, and she was just competing for the first time. You could tell she was nervous, but nothing stopped her. What an incredible trait to develop this early in life. By the way, it was their idea to pose the buggy on the obstacle like this. And it should be noted that this vehicle does not have a parking brake. When I asked Brooklyn,
How long can you stay there?
A hot minute.
Okay.
Atta girl. Brooklyn held her foot on the brake during the entire interview and did it without complaint.
Just last weekend, we were just having s'mores around the fire in the backyard, and she kind of said she wanted to do it, but she didn't think she could reach the pedals. So we just marched right out in the garage, and she sat in the car, and she's like, well, I guess there's no turning back now. So here we are. Happening. Yeah.
It was pretty terrifying, but like exciting because it's like my first time rock crawling.
I've been doing this for 10 years, and it is far more stressful and nerve-wracking watching your kid do it than it is actually being in the car doing it yourself.
Probably this one bonus over here.
Why was it terrifying?
It was just super side tippy and like steep on the way down.
Felt like you're gonna roll over?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Do you regret it now that you're in the seat? All the stress, all the anxiety, do you regret it so far?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
I can't tell you how cool it was to see this father and daughter working together. Sure, executing a challenging off-road obstacle is one thing, but having a strong relationship with each other, that is so much better.
Honestly, I just want to say I'm super proud of her, and she's killing it, and she should be proud of herself at this point.
It would be impossible to discuss this year's Delta Classic and not talk about the weather. We could see it coming for more than an hour. And is that what I think it is? Are we worried? I guess not. Okay, moving on. It was a biblical amount of rain. It fell like it was trying to wash the desert clean. And then, just as quickly as it came, it was gone. After the storm, I had the chance to chat with Tread Lightly, the main sponsor of the event.
I look at it like a vehicle. We all have vehicles. They need periodic maintenance to keep them running. And I feel like that's what we need in our public lands too. So I try to encourage everybody to become a member of Tread Lightly and also get out there and spend some time giving back to the public lands we all use.
We're all here to win. It's one of those things. Nobody wants to drive in the rain. Once the rocks get wet, it is a huge, huge disadvantage. So there's definitely cars that ran those courses when the rocks were dry, and now these guys are gonna have to run them wet. But honestly, everybody's still here to win. They're honestly gonna still give it their best shot.
I cannot recommend the Delta Classic Rock Crawl enough, and I can't wait for next year's event. I will definitely be bringing my kids with me, and I look forward to a great time no matter what the weather throws at us. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You know the drill. I'm Steven, and we'll see you next time on At Your Leisure.